About recent youth violence in the street on London today, but I'm more interested in solutions, as you probably have worked out if you've listened for a while. A brand new martial arts inspired training program for young people, no wax on or wax off, is offering unique opportunities to join a winning team instead of joining a knife wielding gang. Dyna Movement had its first Muay Thai aerobic fitness event this weekend. My back was a bit stiff, so I didn't get to go there myself. It's aimed at promoting health, fitness and well-being, as well as self-confidence, self-esteem and mental well-being. The founder is Daniel Sam, and I'm glad to say Daniel joins me now. Greetings. I call you Sensei. What do I call you, Dan?
Just call me Daniel, thanks, Eddie.
I was gonna get, I was gonna get a little darker than that. Tell us a little bit, Daniel, son, about Dyna Movement.
Okay, Dyna Movement is a program that I created because I do a lot of work for a charity youth project already called Fight for Peace in East London. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to kind of branch out and actually reach out to more young people in schools, colleges, community centres and stuff like that. So I've designed a program called Dyna Movement, which stands for the power of movement. Because the way I see it, if you're moving and you're positive and it's a good energy, you can make a change for yourself. So that's what I've titled it. And the program's reaching out to young people to promote martial arts, the disciplines, the self-awareness that you get from learning a martial art, as well as promoting the health, the fitness, and the personal development. So we do talks on different topics, gang, knife crime, drug abuse, stuff like that, as well as the martial arts and the fitness-based side of it as well.
Well, hold on, Dan, because, what you're saying to me is kind of what I'm seeing around me. That actually, you could call it a gang, right? A group, a club, but actually being affiliated to something, learning something, and having a focus is the absolute best thing that young people can have, because you don't have time to sit there thinking about foolishness, do you?
Definitely. Exactly what you said there. It's about having a drive and having, something to focus your energy on. It's all well and good trying to say to young people, put the knives down, put the weapons down, but you have to change the mentality and the mindset. So, for me, you have to replace that negative badness mindset with something more positive and something to focus their energy towards. Finding a passion. I always try and promote to the students I'm teaching to find their why, find the reason for why they're doing it, find their passion and something that they can channel all their energy into, whether it's martial arts, whether it's football, it could be within music, whatever it is, that passion and that replacement of bad energy with something that's positive, that's what's going to help.
Yeah, but it's not even necessarily, I know probably you've seen a lot more than me, but for me, it's not necessarily even a bad energy. It's almost a vacuum. It's almost like nothing is there, and it's whatever comes that's superimposed onto that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get exactly what you're saying. There's just blank, there's nothing there. But then once there is nothing there, it's easy to replace that nothing with something that's negative, because there's so many negative influences around us, through the media, through the music, through, lots of different things. And it's not to blame any one particular thing to say, it's because of music, it's because of the movies. It's a collective thing, But if there's nothing there within the individual, they've got no sense of awareness, no sense of self-respect, and self-esteem, then it's easy to replace, or it's easy to fill that gap with negative stuff.
Why are you doing this?
Why am I doing this? I have a passion for me personally, I have a passion for martial arts. That was my background, It made such a big impact and a change in my life. And then working at the youth project, I've seen
tell me about that.
About myself?
Yeah, tell me about before heavyweight. That doesn't mean you're fat, does it? You're fat, British, European and world champion. Right, tell me, before you found that passion yourself, what was Daniel Son like?
Well, Daniel Sam used to be in the club a lot. He used to be drinking. He used to be smoking. He used to do things that weren't positive, and the tendency to get into trouble on the streets, fighting, and as you say, things that don't need to be done. But once I found martial arts, it was something that I was able to channel my energy into and put into something a lot more positive. Through building up self-confidence, you realize, you don't need to be carrying a weapon on the street. You walk controlled, but you are the weapon, and you can use that for positive or negative. So you don't need, to rise to people taunting you to get into street fights. You're a lot more controlled, focused, and disciplined within yourself. And it's because of that, what I saw for myself, and I've seen it through the young people that I've taught, I've realized this is one of the passions that I've got for doing it. I do this 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. I do this for free if I have to. It's not a problem for me. It's my passion, and I want to see other people benefit from this. I've seen so some bad, tragic losses of young people dying at the hands of youth violence. And for me personally, I just want to make a difference. And if that's one of the ways I can make a difference, that's what I'm going to do.
All right. So here's the thing, right? I hear lots of people tell me, I know there's a resurgence in kind of things like karate, Muay Thai, clearly, and boxing. And what I've learned from speaking to people like you is that the discipline, what people argue about is how are you trying to get away from violence by teaching the kid a different type of violence. But my understanding is that the discipline that you need to excel in a particular thing puts you in a completely different zone.
Yeah, it's a completely different mindset to just going out and saying, okay, we're going to replace one form of violence with the other. You know, before you even get to the stage of competing or doing any form of physical contact, you need to learn about yourself. And this is one of the things that's lacking with some of the young people nowadays. You know, you get to learn everything possible about yourself. You know, what makes you tick, what things you like, things you don't like, how you feel when you're experiencing anxiety and, troublesome times. You find all of that through the training. And through that continuous training, you get to positively, improve it. And that's what you can take out into your everyday life through your studies, your college, getting into either arguments or little road rage situations on the street. You know, you've gone through some of those scenarios previously in your training and you're better able to deal with those situations. And that's what helps.
And how's it funded?
How is it funded? At the moment, I'm funding this myself. As I said, this is my passion. I've done it at a youth project. I've worked for Fight for Peace for the last 12 years. Charity organisation, this is what I do. And I'll reach out to young people any which way I can. With the event we had on at the weekend was partly funded through the Thai Tourism Board. So they came to me and said that they want to encourage more people, men, women and children, to get into Thai boxing just for the benefits of that. So we partnered up with them. I wrote the programme myself and delivered it on stage on Saturday at the City of London Academy. So that's what I'm going to continue to do, events like that, but also reach out to young people through schools, colleges, community centres, and as much as I can.
I think the world is a better place for people like you, perhaps have been through it and see how your life has changed because of it. I know you reached out to me over Facebook. I'm truly glad that you did, and I apologise that I wasn't able to get there over the weekend. But
I was looking out for you, Eddie.
Yeah, but I didn't want to come there and embarrass you.
No problem.
You understand? Because I'm a bad man. I didn't want to come there and embarrass you in front of your people. So, I'll tell you what, next time I'll be there. Anything you're doing, you let us know. We certainly want good things to happen, okay?
Thank you, Eddie. Thanks for your time.
Look after yourself.
You too, sir.
Oh, come on. In and amongst some of the tough stuff we do, we can certainly smile, can't we? That's Daniel Sam. And certainly if you want to find out what he's doing, it's Diner Movement. Yeah, my son is a brown belt at karate, and when they went for the thing, they have to be able to count to 10 in Japanese, and I was like, what? I didn't know. Is that my boy? Discipline. I know how to discipline him, but his mum won't let me. 0800 731 2000. Lovely to hear about anybody doing anything positive out there, because it's unerringly negative, and I can't do it. It doesn't work for me, and I'm sure you don't want to turn on your radio and hear things that are unerringly negative. So here are